Does this man have no shame?
No.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Get that money.
Yeah, get that money.
He'll pick up either 15, 20 mil.
He was a highly respected champion.
Still
He
is.
dominated the sport.
Yes.
Greatest defensive fighter ever. And you're going to stoop to this?
Yep.
Netflix has given Mayweather some financial advances, and we're talking millions of dollars. I don't know exactly, but when I threw out a figure, they said it's even higher than what I threw out. I threw out multiple millions of dollars. That Netflix has provided some money. That Floyd apparently has taken the contracts that he's had and has gone to a lender and said, "Look, I'm going to be earning all of this money. Here's the signed contract proving so." And then that the lender has given him some cash up front based on that as well. So he's basically taken these numerous advances on the earnings that he's going to take. And
it's just the truth. Floyd is so badly hurting for money that this is the stuff he's doing. Knowingly signing contracts for a pro fight just to go and publicly undermine it while taking a cash advance.
I mean, whether you're flying on private jets or you're staying at first-class hotels or you're, buying expensive jewelry and cars and bags and you name it.
Netflix is reportedly moving forward with legal steps against Floyd Mayweather Jr. following claims that he pulled out of a planned showdown with Manny Pacquiao. According to journalist Lance Prugmere, Mayweather had already received multi-million-dollar advances, meaning his sudden withdrawal could potentially put him in significant legal jeopardy.
That he's going to take. And look, as we look at this situation, guys, it strikes me that we know how precious Floyd's O is on his record. He's 50-0, unbelievable career. Congratulations on everything you've accomplished. But he's also, it appears to be in financial straits. And the two great loves of his life, money and that zero, are conflicting with each other right now. And he's in a pickle. He's in dire straits, so to speak. And how this exactly is going to play out, you would imagine that Floyd Mayweather will come to his senses and say, "Look, I have no choice but to participate in this fight. I've got to be at my best and win this fight."
The Fight Hype tweeted that the fight is not still on and claimed they have all the receipts, but they won't speak on it until the day is over, saying they don't want people to think it's a joke. The Post also questioned who gave Ian their number and why he is calling, suggesting he should be more concerned about contacting the person allegedly scamming him. The message indicates they have proof but are waiting before revealing more details. Wade Plemon added that the Daisy and Logan Paul fight situations are clear examples, and if Floyd attempts to scam Netflix in a similar way, he will face legal consequences.
That they pay him some insane amount of money or he wasn't going to fight Deji while he was at the venue. And they wanted to change gloves and do all this stuff. And I think they actually did it. They paid Floyd to do it. And I've seen this with a bunch of his exhibitions. And obviously we know about the Logan Paul situation, how Floyd shopped his fight to a different company after essentially scamming royalty like Prince whoever in Dubai and stole his money. This is insane. Now he's trying to do it to Netflix. Oh yeah, he's 100% about to get sued because Team Pacquiao says Floyd Mayweather signed 3 contractual agreements for a professional fight against Pacquiao. 3 separate agreements. They also claim Floyd Mayweather has been paid for signing these 3 agreements and has also taken out a cash advance payment on his purse for the fight. They also say Floyd Mayweather is officially in breach of contract for publicly stating.
No Smoke Boxing stated on X that Manny Pacquiao has warned Floyd Mayweather that he could face serious issues from Netflix promoters and sponsors if he attempts to pull out of their signed September rematch. The statement points to growing tensions surrounding the contract and possible consequences tied to it. Meanwhile, Teddy Atlas claimed that Floyd Mayweather's gambling habits and excessive spending played a major role in him losing a large portion of his fortune over time.
As I said earlier, so I don't like that, but I understand the world out there, and I understand putting yourself in that position. If he put himself in that position, some people will say, he's suing now because of his gambling habits, which was not hidden. It was not a secret. He would post, not Teddy Atlas talking about anything that wasn't out there. He would post some of his tickets, his betting tickets that he bet, and they were large bets. And so some people say, oh yeah, like you said, he was Mayweather, Money Mayweather, and now he's suing because he went through his money, he blew his money, whatever. Look, I don't know what the truth is fully in there. I know Stephen Espinoza was named. He ran.
Joe Rogan pointed out that Floyd Mayweather Jr. remained boxing's biggest star for more than a decade. However, he added that poor financial choices and failure to adapt over time contributed to avoidable long-term money issues.
Money like it's a tap, like he's got a tap, just like unlimited amount of money. Money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever, like there's all these lawsuits, like he hasn't been paying things and he owes money on this and owes money on that, and it's like, and then he's got to come out of it.
Tasha Kay explains that even though Floyd Mayweather Jr. often appears extremely wealthy, the reality can be more complicated, as massive earnings don't always ensure financial stability because of hidden debts, obligations, and ongoing expenses.
In the book, y'all know when y'all see somebody flogging money everywhere, they got this, they got that, they got this. Was it Gervonta Davis? Tank told us 2 years ago that the reason they held Floyd Mayweather, you can put it back on the screen, captain in Dubai, is because he had owed them money and they wouldn't release him until he announced the fight to give them their money back. You know they do that over there in Dubai, right? You ain't going nowhere if you owe a debt. He was trapped over there for almost 2 months, according to Gervonta. They shared the same manager, Al Layman, who collected money in cash because Floyd Mayweather gave him a power of attorney to do so. And so when Floyd went down there and sued Showtime, he's suing Showtime, the company, the network, that publicizes the...
Police analyst Fannin stated that the main controversy started when Floyd Mayweather Jr. accepted an advance payment from Manny Pacquiao's side. He explained that the money was not just a sign of interest or a simple deposit, but was given with the understanding that Mayweather had agreed to take part in a legitimate professional fight. According to him, once the payment was received, the expectation was that the bout would proceed as an official contest. Bannon added that any doubt about the fight status became Mayweather's responsibility after he had already taken the advance.
People took an advance, right, which is money, against the fight with Manny. Watch this. He took an advance in that fight. He said, okay, I'll fight Manny, but I need an advance. After he got the advance, to my understanding, there then became an issue of whether or not the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd would be an exhibition or whether it would be a real fight. Now, let me tell you why there's a value in that for Manny Pacquiao. Because Manny Pacquiao wants to get his get back in the ring, a real fight with Floyd. He also, for Floyd, what's at risk is his undefeated record. Because Manny Pacquiao has been a relatively active fighter, more active than Floyd has against actual world-class fighters. That's not what Floyd's been doing. Now, after the deal is done, now there's a debate between, or an issue about whether it's going to be an exhibition or whether it is going to be...
Before that point, the agreement was built on the understanding that both camps were fully aligned on the nature of the event. However, once doubts were raised about the legitimacy of the fight, responsibility no longer fell on Pacquiao's team, as they had already met their side of the deal by providing the financial guarantee. He further noted that this change created a major issue for Pacquiao, who entered the agreement expecting the rewards of a real sanctioned bout, including official recognition, financial gain, and the competitive value of the matches. If those expectations are not fulfilled, Pacquiao's side is left without what they originally negotiated for, turning the matter into a serious contractual dispute.
After he got the advance. So if he got an advance, he put money in his pocket that he needed in his pocket. And then after that, he's going to switch up and say, no, I don't want to have an exhibition. I don't want to have a real fight. I want to have an exhibition. And as a result, he's depriving Manny Pacquiao of the benefit of the bargain that Manny gave him when he got that advance. Because the advance is there because Manny agreed, assuming that it was going to be a real fight and not an exhibition, because there's no reason between these two guys to have an exhibition for 3 rounds and waste a bunch of people's money where there's nothing on the line, which means Manny can't get his get back and Floyd keeps his 50-0. So it looks like Floyd's trying to get slick. And
business mogul 50 Cent had already warned about this situation years earlier, suggesting that Floyd Mayweather Jr. could eventually face financial difficulties due to his spending habits. He stated that this was not a random prediction, but something that could already be seen in Floyd's lifestyle choices at the time. According to him, Mayweather's constant luxury purchases, extravagant lifestyle and expensive habits would gradually reduce his wealth regardless of how much he earned. 50 Cent stressed that making huge amounts of money does not ensure long-term financial security if it is not handled wisely. In his opinion, Floyd's cycle of spending heavily and earning heavily would eventually catch up with him.
I did 6 years ago, and I'm gonna play it for you. 6 years ago. So 6 years ago, this is what 50 Cent said, and it's kind of hard to argue with him. Roll the clip.
So, like, we got issues over anger. He's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub.
The discussion pointed out that many critics often labeled 50 Cent's remarks as hate, but he maintained that his comments were based on financial reality rather than personal attacks. He argued that even someone like Floyd Mayweather Jr., despite being one of boxing's highest earners, remains at risk if his expenses continue to grow without control. He further suggested that a lifestyle driven by constant luxury, public appearances, and entertainment commitments can push anyone into repeated cycles of earning. According to him, money holds power but only provides lasting security when managed wisely. Otherwise, even massive earnings can gradually disappear over time.
Coming back to the ring, he said this 6 years ago. 50 said, I think he got to because the money gone. And then the host is like, what? How did he make $1 billion basically and the money is gone? How is the money gone? And 50 was like, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not going to go into depth about it. But with that lifestyle that he live in, that flashy stuff, he'll be eager to do club hosting and get cashed out.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
Fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
What you think? It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
Fight, get the money.
According to the report, the Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight situation is still ongoing, with several sources stating that the bout has not been officially canceled. The commentator claims to have all the receipts but says he will not release them yet until the day ends, as he does not want the situation to appear like a joke. He also questions why an individual named Ian, allegedly connected to Netflix, is contacting him instead of reaching out to the person accused of wrongdoing. The discussion suggests the situation is becoming more serious day by day, with claims that Floyd's actions may be influenced by financial pressure. The analyst argues that Floyd has engaged in questionable business decisions and aggressive money-making tactics that some describe as scamming behavior. It is also mentioned that the fight was scheduled for Netflix on September 19th and is still officially active, with Floyd reportedly in breach of contract. Concerns are further raised about his ongoing legal issues, including a lawsuit with Showtime, which adds more complexity to the situation.
I think I don't want to report that and not know it, but this person that Fight Hype is talking about, I think is someone involved with who is getting scammed there. But there's no receipts, anything like that. But this is getting, Deontay Wilder by the day, dude. I can't believe that Floyd has gone this far. It has to be a money thing, dude. It really does. Like when I said that Floyd was going broke, or at least that he was financially unstable, people were like, oh, he's got more money than you. What are you talking about? And I wasn't even trying to be mean with it. It's just a fact of the matter that Floyd has turned to the most insane business practices and downright scamming in some cases to get money that he hasn't even earned. And this looks like another example, except he's doing it in broad daylight to Netflix. Crazy. Andreas Hale also wrote a story on this. It was supposed to be.
Coach Maliki explains that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is currently involved in a serious legal dispute, with allegations that approximately $340 million may have been taken or mishandled through different financial transactions. He adds that the issue goes beyond contracts and business arrangements, pointing instead to long-term financial behavior and personal money management. Maliki also notes that Floyd's lifestyle could have played a role in the situation, highlighting his reputation for major spending, luxury purchases, a high-profile public image, gambling activity, and other costly habits.
It's clear. And now it explains why Floyd don't have Al Heyman in the lawsuit. He can't sue him.
Come on, man.
Al covered his tracks. Now, he may be getting sued by big corporations, stuff like that, but he's not being sued by any fighter. They can't sue him. You get what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather messed up. And adds insult to injury, Floyd Mayweather has a gambling problem and he spends a lot of money. He loves to spend money. So whatever he have that's in his possession, he's spending that and blowing that on top of the $340 million that he said that's owed to him. Meaning that he never really got paid from the Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor fight.
Come on, man.
Al Heyman got power of attorney. You dig? And he covered his tracks. So shout out to the brother, man.
According to this perspective, even extremely high earnings can become unstable when spending habits are excessive and ongoing. Overall, the explanation links both legal issues and financial behavior, suggesting that a mix of business disputes and lifestyle choices has contributed to a complex situation surrounding Floyd's finances and public reputation.
And praising him and worshiping him, continue to praise him and worship him then. You get what I'm saying? You dig? True. And another thing, let's thank Al Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Heyman.
That's what y'all been doing. You are pro Al Heyman and PBC YouTube channels, and a lot of you fan bases online. That's what you've been doing. Continue to praise him then. Al is a smart businessman. He finessed the game. Let's give Al Heyman a round of applause. Good job, Al. You did a good job. And this is a lesson to all of those out there, you know, who think because you signed with the black man that you will not be taken advantage of and the white man is the evil devil. If that's your position, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem with however you feel either way. But just understand, when someone wants to steal from you.
Dan Rafael explains that the current financial concerns surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. are not completely unexpected when viewed in the context of his long career and public lifestyle. He notes that anyone closely observing Floyd's consistent display of wealth over the years could have seen this coming, given his focus on luxury spending, expensive acquisitions, and a very public image of success. Rafael adds that although Mayweather earned massive amounts inside the ring, his financial habits outside of boxing have significantly influenced his current situation. He points out that a repeated focus on high-end living, including luxury cars, jewelry, gambling, and extravagant travel, creates long-term financial risks over time.
Again later, and hopefully I can get it this afternoon to actually read the specifics of the suit and what the allegations are. But the fact that Floyd would encounter some financial issues post his boxing career is not in any way a surprise to me. When you see the types of things that, when you know, if you believe anything that he puts on his social media, the travel that he does, the places he goes, and the amount of entourage he has, I mean, that's like a money pit. I mean, whether you're flying on private jets or you're staying at first class hotels or you're, you know, buying expensive jewelry and cars and bags and you name it. I mean, it's all good when you're making those gigantic paydays and they're coming in, you know, a couple times a year. You're making 40 million here and 25 million there, or even more, you know, 100 million plus, you know, when he fought the big mega fights with guys like Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao. But when that stops, that money doesn't.
Rafael further explains that although Floyd built a reputation as one of boxing's top earners, high income alone is not enough to ensure long-term financial stability. He notes that without proper financial control, even massive earnings can be reduced by lifestyle expenses and obligations that accumulate over time. Overall, his view suggests that the warning signs were always there, as the mix of huge earnings and equally high spending made the situation somewhat predictable. According to Rafael, it also serves as a broader lesson about financial management in professional sports.
It just didn't ring true to me because Al Heyman, who is not named in the suit, but apparently is supposedly part of this problem, whatever. But I mean, I've known Al Heyman and covered Al Heyman's fighters and his business since the day he stepped in boxing in like 2002 with Vernon Forrest. And all that time, and literally in terms of the PBC, you know, a couple hundred fighters that he's dealt with, maybe not personally, but that his team is and his company. To a fighter, you never hear anybody, even when they're retired and they're not with Al anymore, nobody talks bad about him. In fact, if you ask most fighters, they'll tell you how good to them that he has been. That type of money that they've helped him make and the person that he's paid and the guy.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned. Until next time.